In a moment that stunned both the studio audience and viewers at home, Sylvester Stallone left everyone speechless with a response that destroyed a liberal TV host on live television. It wasn't just the words, but the timing and delivery that caught everyone off guard. Sylvester Stallone, a Hollywood legend known for roles like Rocky and Rambo, is no stranger to the spotlight. But when he faced off with a TV host with a clear liberal agenda, things took an unexpected turn. The conversation seemed set for a typical celebrity interview, but what happened next was far from ordinary. Stallone's response not only shocked the host but also sparked debate across the internet. Stay tuned as we break down what happened, why Stallone's reaction was so. Sylvester Stallone, best known for his iconic roles in Rocky and Rambo, is a Hollywood legend. He rose from humble beginnings to become one of the most recognizable stars in the world. Stallone created unforgettable characters that represent strength, resilience, and determination. His career, spanning decades, has made him a global symbol of tough guy roles, but he's also shown a different side through his work as a director and writer. Stallone is more than just an action star. He's a cultural icon, a man who's been outspoken about his views on personal growth, family, and success. Politically, he has leaned more conservatively, often sharing his opinions on freedom of speech and media representation. This background sets the stage for his appearance on the talk show. The TV host in question, known for their liberal views, is someone who has never shied away from expressing strong opinions on politics, social issues, and current events. The host has a reputation for challenging celebrities, especially those with differing political views. They've had their share of controversial moments, often sparking debates with guests and audiences. Their approach is known to be direct and, at times, confrontational, which is why the interview with Stallone became such a buzzworthy moment. The interview took place on a popular late-night talk show, where celebrities usually discuss their latest projects, personal life, and current events. However, the conversation took an unexpected turn. The host, who had a more progressive stance, started asking Stallone about his views on politics and social issues, clearly trying to provoke a response. The mood shifted from a casual conversation to a tense exchange, as Stallone, known for his straightforwardness, didn't hold back in responding. This set the stage for what would become a shocking moment that would leave the audience and viewers at home stunned. The moment of conflict happened quickly but left everyone in the studio and watching at home stunned. It started when the TV host, in a somewhat snide tone, asked Stallone about his political views and whether he supported certain controversial topics that were aligned with more conservative ideologies. The host's question seemed aimed at cornering Stallone, trying to get him to take a strong political stance, possibly hoping for a heated exchange. The host was well known for pushing celebrities into debates, expecting them to either defend or attack current political movements. But Stallone, rather than taking the bait, responded with humor and a calm yet sharp confidence that surprised everyone. As the host pressed him further, Stallone's response was not just a simple answer but a clever and witty remark that caught the host off guard. Stallone, with a smile, pointed out how the media often tried to label people based on their views, and he quipped about how the label didn't really fit him. His exact words were something like, "You want to know what I think? Well, I'm just here for the popcorn and the show, not the political circus." The comment, casual yet cutting, caught the host by surprise. It wasn't just the words but the delivery. Stallone said it with a calm yet assertive tone that clearly deflected the host's attempt to push him into an argument. He wasn't intimidated, and he wasn't playing into the host's narrative. Instead, he flipped the script, making the whole conversation seem almost absurd. It was a perfect example of Stallone's ability to take control of a situation with humor and wit. The audience in the studio, at first unsure of where the conversation was going, immediately burst into laughter and applause. It was clear that Stallone's confident, humorous response was not only clever but also relatable, as if he was calling out the theatrics of political debates in the media. Viewers at home shared similar reactions, some even expressing surprise that Stallone, typically known for his tough guy image, could be so quick-witted in a situation like this. The moment broke the tension in the room, and the audience seemed to recognize that Stallone had outsmarted the host's attempt to box him in. The host, visibly flustered, quickly shifted gears to avoid further confrontation, but the moment had already been sealed. Stallone had won this round with humor, intelligence, and a masterful use of wit. It was a response that not only shut down the narrative the host was trying to create, but also left everyone, including the host, with a sense of awe at Stallone's ability to handle the situation. Stallone's response was so powerful because he used humor to disarm the situation. Humor, in moments of tension, can serve as a great equalizer. Instead of getting defensive or confrontational, Stallone simply flipped the conversation on its head with a light-hearted comment. Humor can make people rethink their assumptions without feeling attacked, and that's exactly what Stallone achieved. His witty remark turned the serious nature of the host's question into something absurd, shifting the tone from conflict to something more playful and thought-provoking. It wasn't just about shutting down the host, it was about showing that sometimes the best way to handle pressure is to laugh at it. Humor, especially in moments like this, can diffuse tension and invite the audience to consider a deeper point without feeling lectured or judged. Another important factor was Stallone's authenticity. Throughout his career, Stallone has built a reputation for being straightforward, never trying to put on a false persona. That same authenticity was on full display during this exchange. His response felt real, not rehearsed or calculated, which made it even more impactful. In a world where celebrities often give politically correct answers to avoid controversy, Stallone stood out by being unapologetically himself. His genuine nature resonated with the audience, and it made his response feel like a truth that needed to be heard. When you're authentic, your words have weight because people can sense that you're not just saying things for the sake of being liked or pleasing an audience. Stallone's honesty in this moment made his remark feel more like a personal perspective than a scripted line. Finally, Stallone's response also challenged certain political agendas without being overtly aggressive. He wasn't attacking anyone directly. Instead, he used his platform to subtly challenge the push for political correctness and the constant pressure to conform to certain ideological expectations. By responding in his own way, Stallone didn't just shut down the host's attempt to steer the conversation in a certain direction. He opened up space for a broader discussion about freedom of speech and the need for more authentic, open exchanges in the media. His response wasn't just funny, it was a quiet stand for individuality and free expression. The media reactions to the incident were varied, with outlets offering a mix of praise, mockery, and criticism. Some praised Stallone for standing his ground and handling the situation with wit and confidence. They highlighted how he shifted the power dynamic, making the host look uncomfortable while showing that you don't always have to follow a scripted narrative. Others, however, took issue with Stallone's response, calling it an unnecessary disruption or an example of arrogance. As for the host, there were both defenders and critics. Some felt he was just trying to ask a tough question, but others believed he should have handled the conversation more respectfully. Despite the mixed reactions, neither Stallone nor the host seemed to back down from their positions. Stallone didn't apologize, and the host continued to defend his line of questioning. The fallout didn't seem to hurt either of them in a significant way, but it did spark widespread discussions about public figures' roles in media and how to navigate tense interviews. On social media, the incident quickly became a trending topic. Twitter, in particular, was flooded with reactions. Some fans flooded the platform with memes and comments celebrating Stallone's response, calling it a masterclass in shutting down an awkward interview. Others took a more critical approach, questioning whether Stallone had gone too far in undermining the host. On Instagram, clips from the interview were shared widely, often with funny captions and jokes about the moment. Fans of Stallone showed their appreciation for his honesty, while some of the host's supporters expressed frustration at how the situation had unfolded. Social media allowed the conversation to go beyond the immediate moment, creating viral discussions about media ethics, freedom of speech, and how public figures should engage with the press. Politically, this interaction took on broader significance. It seemed to represent more than just an exchange between two individuals. It reflected the ongoing divide between conservative and liberal viewpoints in the United States. Stallone's response was seen by many as a subtle rebuke of the growing pressure for celebrities and public figures to adhere to political correctness. Some interpreted it as a challenge to the liberal media's dominance, while others saw it as an example of pushing back against the liberal agenda. In the context of American politics, it highlighted the tension surrounding free speech, cancel culture, and the ongoing debates over what's acceptable in public discourse. This moment, though light-hearted on the surface, became symbolic of the cultural battles that continue to play out in the media. The incident had a noticeable impact on Stallone's image, reinforcing his persona as both tough and humorous. Fans and critics alike appreciated how he handled the interview, balancing his wit and confidence to shut down the host's attempt at pushing a certain narrative. This moment added another layer to Stallone's public image. He was no longer just the action hero. He was also someone unafraid to speak his mind and stand up for his beliefs. This event likely strengthened his appeal to his fans, showing that he's not only a legendary actor but also someone who can use humor to navigate tough situations. Looking ahead, it's possible that this will influence Stallone's future public appearances and interviews. He may continue to lean into this persona, playing with humor in a way that challenges the media while staying true to who he is. As for the TV host, the aftermath of the exchange had mixed effects. Some viewers saw the incident as a loss of control on the host's part, questioning their ability to conduct interviews without provoking such moments of tension. On the other hand, some media outlets supported the host's approach, arguing that tough questions are part of the job. If the host handled the fallout with grace, they might have regained some of the public's respect. However, if they leaned into defensiveness or tried to spin the story negatively, it could hurt their credibility with certain audiences. The long-term effect depends largely on how the host responds to the situation in the public eye. In a broader sense, this exchange reflects a shift in how public figures approach media interviews, especially when confronting contentious topics. More celebrities are becoming vocal about rejecting certain narratives and embracing more direct, unfiltered communication. This is not an isolated incident. Other celebrities have similarly used their platforms to challenge the media, making this exchange part of a growing trend of public figures pushing back against what they perceive as biased or overbearing media narratives. This moment in celebrity media confrontations highlights the ongoing cultural battle over who controls the narrative and how public figures navigate the ever-changing expectations of their audiences. To wrap things up, Stallone's unexpected response to the TV host was a memorable moment that caught everyone by surprise. His humor, confidence, and wit turned a tense situation into a comedic shutdown, leaving a lasting impression. This moment stood out not only because of the sharpness of his reply, but also because it highlighted a shift in how public figures are using their platforms to speak out. It wasn't just an exchange between a celebrity and a host, it was a snapshot of the larger conversations about politics, media, and personal expression in today's world. Now, I want to hear from you. Was Stallone right to respond the way he did? Do you think humor is a good way to handle political or heated discussions? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content on celebrity moments and current events. We'd love to know your thoughts. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on more exciting content. We've got more videos coming up, diving into similar celebrity moments and interviews you won't want to miss. Stay tuned for what's next.